crowd is there. Transaction basic కదా గణేష్ కూడా ఉన్నాడా of course. Karthik, control number 13. Sohail. 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 Sohail.
Yes, sir.
పడుతుందా సోహెల్?
Yes, it is audible.
స్క్రీన్ మీద కనిపిస్తుంది కదా అన్బ్యాలెన్స్ అసైన్మెంట్ ప్రాబ్లం. చెప్పండి అమ్మా. పవన్.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. Now I'll start the explanation. Right. So, what is an unbalanced assignment problem? Unbalanced assignment problem. Right. See here, it is written here. If the cost matrix of an assignment problem is not a square matrix, that is, number of rows of cost matrix not equal to number of columns of cost matrix, right? Then the assignment problem is said to be unbalanced assignment problem, right? That is, two cases arise in unbalanced assignment problems. One is number of rows lesser than number of columns, and the number of columns lesser than number of rows, right? So it is the problem which is related to the unbalanced problem in which the number of rows are lesser than number of columns, right? So if number of rows are lesser than number of columns in any assignment problem, then what we should do? We should introduce the number of insufficient rows. The number of insufficient rows, that is dummy rows or duplicate rows. We call those rows which are introduced as dummy rows or duplicate rows with all unit cost zeros. And after that, the unbalanced assignment problem will be balanced, and we have to apply this Hungarian method after the assignment problem is balanced, right? So it is the procedure of solving an unbalanced assignment problem. Now let us proceed further. Right? Next, See here, it is the solution part and it is the question. Solve the assignment problem. If you observe carefully the cost matrix, right? Here I am putting the star marks of the cost matrix, right? Count the number of rows. A, B, C, D, E. That means rows are 5. Rows are 5. Count the number of columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The columns are 6, right? Rows are 5 and the columns are 6, right? That is what we have written here. The number of rows are not equal to number of columns, and that is number of rows are lesser than number of columns. That is 5 is lesser than 6. 5 is lesser than 6. Therefore, the given assignment problem is unbalanced. The given assignment problem is unbalanced, right? So we introduce a dummy sixth row F. See here, it is the problem in which we have introduced a new row F in which all the costs are zeros, right? So see here, in the above assignment table, number of rows is equal to small m is equal to 6 and number of columns is equal to small n is equal to 6. See here, A, B, C, D, E, F. That is number of rows are 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and number of columns are also is equal to 6. Therefore, the given assignment problem is balanced, and now we apply Hungarian method to find minimal assignments or optimum assignments right? So till now we have introduced a dummy row, that is row F, in which all the unit costs are zeros. All the unit costs are zeros, right? So as the given assignment problem was unbalanced, the number of rows are 5 and the number of columns are 6. Therefore, the number of rows are lesser than number of columns. Therefore, the given assignment problem is unbalanced, and we have introduced a sixth row here with all unit costs as zeros. Now, let us proceed further using the Hungarian method. Using this Hungarian method, right? Now, if we go to the next table, next part. So, the first step of Hungarian method tells us that we should perform row subtractions. We should perform row subtractions, right? So it is the balanced table which have taken in a short form for reference. So for row subtractions, we have to search for minimum element in a row A. I have rounded off. It is 12. Row A is 12. In row B, the minimum element is 15. In row C, the minimum element is 2. In row D, the minimum element is 8. In row E, the minimum element is 10. And row F, the minimum element is 0. Right? So what we have to do? Subtract this minimum element of each row from all the elements of corresponding rows and form a new table. That is, we have to subtract this 12 from all the elements of first row. Then what do we get? 20 minus 12 is 8, right? Next, 15 minus 12 is 3. Next element is 26. 26 minus 12 is 14. Next, 40 minus 12 is 28. Next, 32 minus 12 is 20. And 12 minus 12 is 0. Therefore, first row subtraction is finished. And next, let us go for second row subtraction. The second row's minimum element is 15. Therefore, 15 minus 15 is 0. 32 minus 15 is 17. Next, 46 minus 15 is 31. 26 minus 15 is 11. 28 minus 15 is 13. 20 minus 15 is 5. So, the second row subtractions are finished. Next, in the third row, the minimum element is 2. Therefore, subtract this 2 from all the elements of third row. 11 minus 2 is 9. Next, 15 minus 2 is 13. 2 minus 2 is 0. 12 minus 2 is 10. Next, 16 minus 2 is 14. Next, 14 minus 2 is 12. So, the third row subtractions are finished. Let us go for fourth row. In the fourth row, the minimum element is 8. Therefore, subtract this 8 from all the elements of fourth row. That means 8 minus 8 is 0. Next, 24 minus 8 is 16. Next, 12 minus 8 is 4. Next, 22 minus 8 is 14. Again, 22 minus 8 is 14. And next, 20 minus 8 is 12. Right? So, fourth row subtractions are finished. And in the fifth row, the minimum element is 10. So, subtract this 10 from all the elements of fifth row. 12 minus 10 is 2. Next, 20 minus 10 is 10. 18 minus 10 is 8. And 10 minus 10 is 0. Next, 22 minus 10 is 12. And 15 minus 10 is 5. And here we have completed the fifth row subtractions. And in the sixth row, see here, all the elements are zeros. Therefore, the minimum element is 0. If we subtract 0 from all zeros, we get again a 0 row. That is what we have done here. We have performed all row subtractions. Now, let us proceed further for column subtractions. Now, in this table, right, the table for which I have marked star, in this table, we have to search for minimum element in each column. In first column, second column, third column, fourth column, fifth column, and sixth column, the minimum element is 0. The minimum element is 0. Therefore, see here, the minimum element in first column is 0, column 2 is 0, in column 3 is 0, in column 4 is 0, in column 5 is 0, in column 6 is 0. Therefore, subtract this minimum element 0 from all elements of corresponding columns. Therefore, we get the same assignment table. Therefore, we get the same assignment table as we have got here. So, let us proceed to the next page. So, see here, the same table is taken as table T1 here. Say taken as table T1 here, right? So, now let us start assigning. Let us start assigning. As the row subtractions, right, and column subtractions are finished. So, it is the first step of Hungarian method. And what does the second step of Hungarian method tells us? We have to give assignments. We have to give assignments, right? So for this table T1, let us start assigning by searching for single zero, right? Single zero rows. And after rows are finished, we search for single zero columns, right? So it is whole step, searching for single zero rows and striking off columns, searching for single zero columns and striking off rows, and now let us start searching single zeros and single zero columns. So first we have to search for single zero row, first row. See, observe carefully, 8, 3, 14, 20, 20, 0. So first row is containing a single zero. Therefore, as we are searching for single zero row, therefore we have to strike off this column in which assignment is made, right? So we are cancelling or we are striking off the sixth column, right? Now, next we proceed for second row. The second row is B row, row B. In row B, single zero is present. Therefore, as we are searching for single zero row, we strike off this column, first column, as the row assignment is made in this first column, right? Right, next. Let us search for third row. In third row, we find a single zero. Therefore, as we are searching for single zero row, therefore we strike off this third column. Right? Now let us proceed for fourth row. See here in fourth row, the left row elements are 16, 14 and 14. And there is no single zero in fourth row. Right? Let us go for row E. And the left row elements are 10, 0, 12. So as in fifth row, single zero is present. Therefore, we put that zero in a box. As we are searching for single zero row, we strike off the column in which this assignment is made. Right? Now, so let us proceed for sixth row. Sixth row is containing only two zeros, right, which are left over. So we did not give assignment to these two zeros. Now single zero row search is finished. Now let us proceed for single zero column search. Now first column is underline. Therefore we proceed for second column. If we observe carefully, this cost of second column 3, 17, 13, 16, 10, 0. Therefore second column is a single zero column. Single zero column. Therefore, as we are searching for single zero column, we have to strike off the row. We have to strike off the row. Right? Now, we have to strike off this row. Right? Now, if we observe carefully all the zeros are either under line or they are in the box. They are underlined. Zeros ella unnai? They are underlined. Line kindana aina unnai, right? Or they are in a box. Therefore all zeros are exhausted. So now let us count the number of lines here. Number of lines, that is capital N. That is capital N is equal to, right? So line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4 and line 5. 1 for row and 4 for columns. Therefore the number of lines are 5, and let us count the number of rows or columns. That is small n is equal to, the number of rows or columns is equal to 6. And here we have got the capital N value lesser than small n. That is, the number of lines are lesser than number of rows or columns. Right, now what we have to do? By Hungarian method, we have to search for the minimum element from all the uncovered elements, right? The uncovered elements are 3, right? 20, next 17, 13, 13, 14, 16, 14, 10 and 12. These are all uncovered elements. So out of all these uncovered elements, the minimum element is 3. The minimum element of all uncovered elements, right, is 3. So what we have to do with this 3, right? So Hungarian method states that we have to subtract this 3 from all uncovered elements. That is 3 minus 3 0, 17 minus 3 14, 13 minus 3 10, 16 minus 3 13, 10 minus 3 7, right? Next 20 minus 3 17, 13 minus 3 10, 14 minus 3 11, 14 minus 3 11, 12 minus 3 is 9, right? And we have to add this 3 to the elements which are at intersection of lines, right? Here we get 3. See here we get 3. Here we get 3. Why? Because 0 plus 3 is 3. Here we get 3, right? 0 plus 3 is 3, right? In the next table, here we get 3 and here we get 3, right? We get 3 3s. Why? Because at 3 positions in row F, the 2 lines are intersecting. Therefore, let us go for table 2. See here, 1, 3, 4, 6. 1, 3, 4, 6 of table T1 are being crossed. 1, 3, 4, 6 are being crossed, and F row is also being crossed. So table T1 is being assigned, and capital N is lesser than small n. Therefore, we have searched for the minimum element of all uncovered elements, and now we have to subtract this minimum element 3 from all uncovered elements, and we have to add 3 to the elements which are at intersection of the lines. Now, and form a new table T2. Now, so see here, the table which is at this corner is T1. It is T1 which have kept for reference, right? And it is T2. We have formed a new table, right? So see here, 8. See here, all the elements in first column are underlined. Therefore, we have written as it is 8, 0, 9, 0, 2, 3, right? Why we have written 3 is we are adding 3 to this 0, right? See here, in table T1, number of lines capital N is equal to 5 and number of rows is equal to number of columns is equal to small n is equal to 6. Therefore, capital N less than small n. Therefore, in T1, the minimum element of all uncovered elements is equal to 3. Therefore, add 3 to all the elements at the intersection of two lines and subtract 3 from all the elements which are uncovered, all the uncovered elements, and form a new table with new costs. That is what we have written here. From table T1, we should form table T2. Right, see here, the first column should be written as it is, except this last element, that is 0. Instead of 0, we write 3. Right, in the second column, see here, right, 3 minus 3 is 0, 14, 10, 16 minus 3 is 13, 10 minus 3 is 7, and this 0 is written as it is. Right, next 14, 31, 0, 4, 8, 3. Why? Because at this 0 we find two intersection lines, that is we get 3 here. And in second column also the intersection of two lines are there at the 0 which is present in F row. Therefore, we get 3 here, and the rest of the elements are written as it is, 28, 11, 10, 14, 0. In the fifth row, the elements are not covered by the lines. Therefore, we have to subtract 3 from 20. We get 17. 13 minus 3 is 10, right? 14 minus 3 is 11. 14 minus 3 is 11. 12 minus 3 is 9. And at the last, 0 is underlined. Therefore, we write this 0 as it is. And see here, all the elements are underlined in the sixth column. Therefore, we write all the elements as it is, 3, 0, 5, 12, 12, 5, except this 0. At this 0, we find intersection of two lines. Therefore, we get 3 here. Therefore, we get 3 here, right? Now, see here. Now, table 2 is formed. It is a new table with the new assignment cost. So, here again, what we have to do? We have to search for single 0 rows, right, and strike off columns. And next, we should search for single 0 columns and strike off rows. And strike off rows. Right, now let us go for searching single 0 rows. The first row is containing 2 zeros, right? Next, go for second row. Second row is containing a single 0. Therefore, put this 0 in a box. As it is single 0 row search, we have to strike off the first column. We have to strike off the first column. Right, now let us proceed further for third row, C row C. In third row also we find a single 0. Therefore, we put that 0 in a box. That is, we give assignment to this 0. As we are searching for single 0 row, we give a striked off line to this column in which this assignment is made. Right, we strike off this third column. Right, and next let us proceed for fourth row. There is no single 0 in fourth row. In fifth row, there is a single 0. Right, therefore put that 0 in a box. Right, as it is a single 0 row search, you have to strike off the column. We have to strike off this fourth column. Right, next, as we have searched for single 0 in fifth row, now we are going for F row. F row is containing 2 zeros. Therefore, no need of disturbing these 2 zeros. Now let us go for searching single 0 column. See here, the second column is left, right? So second column is containing 2 zeros. So don't disturb that column and go for the fifth column. See here, fifth column, observe carefully, 17, 10, 11, 11, 9, 0. Therefore, the fifth column is containing a single 0. As we are searching single 0 column, therefore we have to strike off the row 6. Why? Because in the sixth row, the assignment is made. Right. Now, as we are searching single zero columns, right? We have struck off this 6th row. And in the same way, we are searching for single zero column for 6th column. So the 6th column is also containing a single zero. Therefore, we strike off, sorry, we put this zero in a box and we strike off the row. And we strike off the row. Why? Because to this row, the assignment is made. To this row, the assignment is made, right? Now, so single zero row search and single zero column search is finished. Now we have to count the number of lines. Number of lines capital N is equal to. Now let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number of lines are 5 and count the number of rows or columns. The number of rows or columns small n is equal to 6, right? And here capital N is lesser than small n. Therefore, still the optimum assignments are not obtained. So, by Hungarian method, as we proceed further, what we have to do? We have to search for the least uncovered elements or the element which is least from all uncovered elements. Let us see the uncovered elements. The uncovered elements are 14, 10, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 11, 12, 7, 9, 5. So from all these uncovered elements, 5 is the least uncovered element, right? So what we have to do with this 5? We have to subtract this 5 from all uncovered elements. That is from 14 minus 5, 9, 10 minus 5 is 5, 5 minus 5 is 0, and 10 minus 5 is 5, 11 minus 5 is 6, 12 minus 5 is 7, and 13 minus 5 is 8, 11 minus 5 is 6, 12 minus 5 is 7, 7 minus 5 is 2, 9 minus 5 is 4, and 5 minus 5 is 0, right? So the elements should be replaced by subtracting all these elements by 5. And what we have to do to the elements which are at intersection of two lines? We have to add 5 to the lines which are at the intersection part, right? So now we are forming a new table T3, right? By adding 5 to the elements at intersection part. So here 8 is present, 8 plus 5 is 13. Here 14 plus 5 is 19, right? Next 28 plus 5 is 33, and here 3 plus 5 is 8, and here 3 plus 5 is 8, and here 3 plus 5 is 8. So at these 6 intersection points, we get new elements, right? By adding 5 to the elements which are at the intersection part, and we get new elements as we have subtracted 5 from all the uncovered elements, and we form a new table T3, right? See here. Now let us proceed for forming table T3, right? See here. Here I have taken table T2 just for reference, right? Now it is table T2 which I have taken for reference, right? See here. Now in table T2, number of lines is equal to capital N is equal to 5, and number of rows is equal to number of columns is equal to small n is equal to 6, and therefore capital N is lesser than small n. In table T2, right, minimum element of all uncovered elements is equal to 5. Therefore add 5 to all the elements at intersection of two lines and subtract 5 from all the uncovered elements. Now form a new table with new cost. Right? Now see here, 8 plus 5 is 13. Next, right? 0, 14 plus 5 is 19. 28 plus 5 is 33. 17 should be written as it is, and 0. Right? 0 should be written as it is. Next, 0 should be written as it is. 14 minus 5 is 9. 31 should be written as it is. 11 should be written as it is. Next, 10 minus 5 is 5. Right? 10 minus 5 is 5. And 5 minus 5 is 0. Next, here 9 is present. Let us write the row C. Row A and row B are finished. Now let us write row C. Right? 9 should be written as it is. 10 minus 5 is 5. 0 should be written as it is. 10 should be written as it is. Next 11 minus 5 is 6 and 12 minus 5 is 7. Next, let us go for row D. Row D. 0 should be written as it is. 13 minus 5 is 8. 4 should be written as it is. 14 should be written as it is. 11 minus 5 is 6 and 12 minus 5 is 7. Right? And in the same way, fifth row. Now let us proceed for fifth row. 2 should be written as it is. 7 minus 5 is 2. Next, 8 should be written as it is. 0 should be written as it is. 9 minus 5 is 4. And 5 minus 5 is 0. Next, at 3, we should add 5. Right? Therefore, 3 plus 5 is 8. 0 should be written as it is. 3 plus 5 is 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. 0 should be written as it is. And 3 should be written as it is. Right? And in the same way, see here, in the let us see row A again. Right? 8 plus 5 is 13. 0 should be written as it is. 14 plus 5 is 19. 20 plus 5 is 33. 17 should be written as it is. 0 should be written as it is. Right? Next, let us proceed for row B. 0 should be written as it is. 14 minus 5 is 9. 31 should be written as it is. 11 should be written as it is. 10 minus 5 is 5 and 5 minus 5 is 0. Therefore, we have completed filling each and every row, right? By using this step. Now, we have to perform the assignments. We have to give the assignments to this table T3. Now, we have to search for single zero rows. Hungarian method states that first we have to search for single zero rows and strike off columns, right? And next, we have to first search for single zero columns and we have to strike off rows. Right? So let us proceed further for giving assignments by searching single zero rows, and after that we search for single zero columns, right? In the first row, 2 zeros are present. So don't disturb this first row. So in second row, they also we find 2 zeros. Therefore, don't disturb this second row. Now, in the third row, we find a single zero. Therefore, we give assignment to this third column as assignment is made in this third column, right? Now, let us move for the fourth row. Fourth row is also containing a single zero. Therefore, we strike off this first column as the assignment is made in first column, right? Next, still we are in single zero row search. The fifth row is containing 2 zeros and sixth row is also containing 2 zeros. Therefore, don't disturb this fifth row and sixth row. Now let us proceed further for searching single zero rows. Now, first single zero columns, right? Now, see this second column. Second column is containing 2 zeros. First element is 0 and last element is also 0. Therefore, don't disturb this second column. So search for single zero column in fourth column. Fourth column is containing a single zero. Therefore, as it is a column search, we strike off the row. Right? As the assignment is made in this fifth row. Next, proceed for single zero column search for fifth column. So in fifth column also we find a single zero, right? As we are searching single zero column, therefore we should strike off the row. We should strike off the sixth row as the assignment is made in the sixth row. And as we are still in single zero column search, as in sixth column there are 2 zeros, there is no need of disturbing this sixth column, right? Now, one set of single zero row search and single zero column search is finished. Again, now we have to search for single zero row and strike off column, and afterwards we should search for single zero column and again we have to strike off row, right? Now, from the leftover elements, see here in the first row 2 zeros are present. In second row, single zero is present. Therefore, it is a single zero row search. Therefore, we have to strike off this column, right? We have struck off the sixth column as the assignment is made in sixth column, right? Still, we are in single zero row search. Search 0, no single zeros present. D row, no single zero is present, and E and F rows are exhausted. As single zero row search is finished, now we go for single zero column search. See here in the second column, only single zero is present. Therefore, we put this zero in a box, that is we give assignment. As we are searching for single zero column, we strike off the row, first row, as the assignment is made in first row. Now, so see all the zeros, they are either in a box or they are under a line, right? Therefore, all the zeros are exhausted. Now count the number of lines. Number of lines, capital N. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Capital N is equal to 6. And the count the number of rows or columns, that is small n is equal to 6, right? Therefore, capital N is equal to small n. Capital N is equal to small n. Therefore, Hungarian method will say that we have to give assignments until number of lines are equal to number of rows or columns. Therefore, optimum assignments are obtained. Therefore, we give assignments from this table 3. Now, let us proceed for next page. See here, it is the table T3 which I have kept for reference purpose. Right? See here, A is assigned to 2. A is assigned to 2. Let us write here. A is assigned to 2. Next, B is assigned to 6. Right? Next, C is assigned to 3. Right? D is assigned to 1. Next, E is assigned to 4. Right? And F is assigned to 5. F is assigned to 5. See, observe carefully. Every row should contain a single assignment. That means a 0 in a box. And every column should contain only one assignment. That is a 0 in a box. Student, every row is containing a single 0 in a box. And every column is also containing a single 0 in a box. Therefore, we have finished assignments. Now, let us take the original table. It is the original balanced table, which will be in the starting or beginning of the problem, right? What is the original cost corresponding to A and 2? A and 2 is, right, 15, right, 15. Now, plus next, B and 6 is 20. B and 6 is 20, right? Next, C and 3 is 2. C and 3 is 2, right? And D and 1 is 8. D and 1 is 8. Next, E and 4 is 10. Next, last cost, right? F and 5 is 0. F and 5 is 0. Therefore, if we add all these assignment costs, right, we get 15 minus 20 is 35, right? 15 minus 20 is 35 plus 2 minus 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20, right? Right, 20. 20 plus 35 is 55, right? Therefore, the total assignment cost is obtained. It is 55. So here ends the problem relating the unbalanced assignment problem regarding rows. That means the rows are lesser than the columns. Right now. So with this, we can put the end to this model, and tomorrow I will teach the unbalanced assignment problem in which the columns will be lesser than rows. The columns will be lesser than rows. Now, let me clear all the drawings, right? Still 2 minutes are left. Let me take the attendance, right? I will note down the names. let us end the meeting today. Right. I'll stop sharing. Have a nice day. Right. Let us meet tomorrow. Now the time is less than 1 minute. I'm stopping the share and I'm ending the meeting. Right. Bye everybody. Have a nice day.